I'm currently getting things up and going. Just hang tight. Just hang tight.
TayRayGun's
Right, there we
Legos.
go.
Bricks and toys.
All right, toy fans. Hey, so I see. Hey, I've got someone here on my live that I'm not supposed to be talking to because it's outside of settings. But what's up, my man? How are you today? Ban him, Jim. How are you? Oh man, so we're going to be building the Myth Oholve. It is a steampunk ship. And before we get into things, so I'm getting, hey, Kobe's here. What's up, Kobe? I completely forgot you're on every Saturday. Of course, it's because I'm so unk, and because I'm so unk, I am always going to be here on Saturday because I got nothing else better to do. After this, might go to Bed Bath and Beyond if I'm doing okay. I might hit up the Home Depot. I don't know how that works, right? That's how unk I am. Uh, so I've got my feeds going up. So I've got my TikTok feed up here, and for my YTs and switches, it is a different feed. So depending on where you're at, you're going to be seeing different things. So uh, let's see. So if I'm bouncing back and forth, that's what's going on. So first off, my wife got me this here. I'm gonna show up here first, and then I'm gonna go over there to the other. So my wife got me this guy the other day. His name is Rascal. Oh man, I love this thing. This got me through some pretty hardcore meetings the other day. He's fuzzy. He's got the beans on him. Looky there. Isn't he cute? Ah, it's a little fat raccoon. So he's gonna be my table buddy today. He's gonna help me out. Hey, Block Purdy, what's up? All right, so I found this particular thing. This was a Rainforest special. It is Myth Oholve. It is I've never seen it before, but there was a steampunk ship. It was an airboat that I wanted to get a while back, and I skipped on it. I didn't get it. And ever since then, I was like, man, I've got to get the next one that comes out, And so I saw this. It was a really good price. I was like, you know what? I got to go ahead and grab it. So it's full of Technic parts and pieces, and I'm kind of excited for this one. Did I hear that Call of Duty is going to Switch too? I didn't, but I haven't been keeping up with the Switch news. As a matter of fact, this season on Fortnite, I am behind. I thought I was ahead. I've been playing a lot of the season kind of out, and then I just kind of fell behind. I just now unlocked the Bugs Bunny skin, so I'm like at level 102. I missed out on some of the stuff from the Lego Odyssey. So apparently I missed out on the moisture farm, which kind of kills me because I love the Star Wars builds. But I did get the was it the racer garage thing, and I've been trying to unlock all the Oni stuff. So I've been kind of bouncing around, but I mean with school and this and other stuff, like I'm rebuilding a shelf behind me. It's been kind of, I have not been keeping up. Final Fantasy is going well, of course, man. Final Fantasy, which one are you playing? So, Bam says that he's behind on Fortnite too. Yeah, man, it's like I wanted to get into the season, and especially because I used to coach. When I taught high school, I used to coach Overwatch too. So one of my teams was Overwatch, and we actually went for the state of Texas, we came in, I think it was like fourth place. For the finals, we were up in the top, I think 10 for finals, and then when we went to the actual competition, the SCFFE, I can't remember what it was called, but we went there. We ended up getting bumped down to fourth place, but we ended up playing both days. Like, so when they announced Overwatch 2, I was like, dude, I've got to get some of that. I couldn't afford all the skins, but I did get Mercy, and then I was thinking about getting Genji. Honestly, if they had McCree, that I would totally get McCree and Soldier 76, because those are two of my favorites. No, I said Final Fantasy is going well. It's going to... Oh! So Final Fantasy is going to Switch too. Okay, so you're not playing it now, but it is going to Switch too. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been... Because I'm still on the Switch 1, and I have not transferred anything over. And my wife's kind of telling me I probably need to start looking at that, because like load up for Fortnite and Palia is disastrous on my end. It is just, it's so bad. All right, well here, let me kind of get started here, and then we'll get going. I do have some news. I'm gonna wait until kind of everyone's in, kind of talk about some things. But we got this Starship, and I believe because it's got all of the bags labeled, I believe I've pulled everything that's bag 1. So hopefully I'm not going to do another thing where, you know, I go in and I'm freaking out because I'm missing a bag because I left it in the box, which usually is what happens. Oh, hold on, I missed one. It says, takes me back to that Overwatch song meme. No, I'm not playing anything yet, but I do have a piece of news for me. Lay it on me, Kobe. What's the news? Can't wait to hear this. Hopefully it's good news. And who else do I have here? Mitch, what's happening, brother? You doing good? And I got a watcher on my other stream here. I've got people on this stream. Man, it's a good Saturday. Rudy, what's happening? You know, Rudy, I need to actually set up a live to finish up that Mold King indie racer. Like, you started on that, and I just have not finished it. It's over here in the box. But I was like, I really gotta finish this. Man, I'm doing good. Oh, it's not anything personally about me. Okay, what's going on? Because now you got me worried. It's not when. Here's the thing. Okay, and this is gonna kind of go into some of what's going on. So like, hey, Jax Attack. So when I hear that, it's like I got news for you. I'm like, yeah, let's hear it. But then it's not personally about me. I'm like, wait, what? But if you want to buy a Switch 2, buy one before September 1st because the price is... Oh, okay. Well, I still have my friend that's trying to sell me his. And I mean, I probably should just go ahead and get one from him. Man, with some of the sets, so like, I did a thing where I went and I bought, like I had the Cyberpunk series that I got. It's like Brick Cool from the AliEx, and I ended up getting, I had gotten a coffee shop, and then I went and I saw that they had a saver price savings thing on there, and so I got one for like $19, and it was an Izakaya. So I was like, all right, and they're like little street corner pieces. The light kit in them is a little, You'd buy it, okay, yeah. I mean, twist my arm and stuff, man. Fine. I'll go buy one. Yeah, I figured I'll get one from I'll buy one from my buddy Matt, and that way I can continue going. What's up, Crones? All right, so here we go. We've got a 1x11. So these Technic bricks are going to be a little bit different. So we're going to learn together. Because look, these have, I'm going to show them here too. They've got two different pieces. You see that band? So these are not like technical, like Technic that we're used to. This is kind of like hardcore Technic stuff. So yeah, Nintendo is dropping really good games, man. I know. Alright, well, I know the games that I play are technically on there. So this is 6 and 5, so 6 and 5, that's 11. And it's only one stud thickness, so 1 and 11. So that's how we're doing it. And then we need 2 of these double long pins, 1 regular pin, and it looks like with 5 up, we're going 1, 2 down, across, and then let's see, 2 from the end, 3 down, just like that. So that's where we're at. Hey Max, what's happening? 80s Toy Man, what's up, dude? Hey K Buck. All right, so now I see. So I got 1 backwards. 1 goes this way. This one is going around the opposite direction. Okay. So far, and this is a little bit different instruction manual than what I'm used to, but I like the fact that they not only they give you the number name, but then they're also telling you the direction of how to put the pins, because I have a feeling there's going to be something specifically with how those pins go. What's up, my man? They dropped Mario Kart World, Pokemon, Poketopia, and Donkey Kong Bonanza. I've been seeing lots of ads for the Mario Kart World. That one seems kind of wild. So we got 1, 2. So we've got 3, 3, and 1. That's 7. We got 4 and 4. That's 8. 8 and 7 is 15. So that's a 1 and 15. And then we got 1, 2, and 3 double long pins. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, already, guys, and I'm going to nerd out on this, okay? The fact that I'm counting on a lot of this, for people who know me, I love math. At one point, I actually taught 4th grade math, and I reveled in it, man. I enjoyed it. Unfortunately, a lot of the kids that I taught didn't care much for it, but I enjoy math, and this is right up my alley for that. Let's see. It says I haven't played Mario Kart in 5 years. You know, my buddy Brittany, whenever she and I would bring our Switches, so we would have to do like PD, or we had like professional development, we're supposed to be, working and doing stuff, and it's like we'd have break time, we would bring our Switches up and we would play Mario Kart against each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 5, 5, 1, that's 11. And then we need 3 more, but we're doing standard 1 linked pegs. That's the real reason I told my brother to get me a Switch 2 for my birthday in August. Nice. Okay, so you are getting one, but you don't have one yet. That's my understanding. Because again, my main reason for getting a Switch is so I can continue playing my Fortnite Battle Pass. That's like my big thing. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I want to be able to continue playing. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta count here. That one goes back. We need doubles. Double pins here. I might have Rascal mark my spot. He might be having to help me on that one. Just because. Okay, so we've got 1, and then 2, and then 1, and we're skipping every other one, and then we got 1 coming from the other side. Boom. Okay. Now we're down here. Let's see. I bought my... Hey, Jeff, what's happening? Fortnite works so much better on Switch 2. Hey, buddy. I haven't... You know, here's the thing. I know, and I've already seen it. My friend that was trying to sell me the Switches, he doesn't really play Fortnite, but he has it, and so we've played kind of together a few times, and he was like, just seeing the load up on it, I was like, I'm going to have to 6, 5, that's 11. I'm gonna have to eventually break down and get, because here's the thing, like I enjoy playing it, and for me it's like, you know, when they were doing the rocket racing, I enjoyed rocket racing. When I still play Battle Royale. I still play a lot of island stuff. I was playing the Din Djarin Grogu Mandalorian stage for a while. I was enjoying that. But for me, the Lego Odyssey is a big one. Like I have played that so much since the beginning, since its inception. And so it's like I want to continue doing that one. So for me, it's like they're going to eventually phase out the Switch 1. I'm going to have to go with the Switch 2. Let's see. You sent 300 comments to my live. Yes, you did. Not only because I still play it. Hold on, I got to go back a little bit. Let's see. I just bought my 5-year-old twins a millennial Switch 2 a few months ago, and none of them play it. Oh, are you selling? That's fine. Just checking in. What are you playing at? Mario Kart and Classic NES. Our community just teared up. That's awesome. Yeah, Switch 1 has very limited hardware now. Yeah, it does. And the thing is that I honestly need to look into it anyways. You know, you come to me, you tell me about all these wonderful games, systems, and I am just so far behind on things, and I just I don't know what to do sometimes. Okay, so we got one open little bar here. We need 1x5s. Let's see. We need 2 of them. So 1 stud wide, 5 holes deep. We need 1 standard and 1 double long. Boom and boom. I asked if he was selling for Utah. Oh. Yeah, plus the new Lego Batman games releases. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So, yeah, no, like I said, I have a friend who is selling. And he's got a couple that he's selling, and so like he would be offering me a deal. I have to, pretty much at this point, I just have to go, yeah, I'll get it, or this or that. And so it's like something I just need to talk to my wife about, because it's all of it has to do with money, and your boy here keeps going and spending money on alternative brick sets. So it's like, so I got this, and I actually put it's in my bio. You know how the top gods work. It's in my bio in my link TR. Anyways, this I got from the Rainforest site, and it's so far it's pretty good. Brick Trucker, hey, what's happening? Hold on, let me ask. You know, I was talking about this the other day. I was like, did you do a thing? Yeah, I'd play Fortnite more if I had a better system. Yeah, well, here's the thing, because you're switching up to a Switch 2. If I'm switching up to a Switch 2, then we need to play. Honestly, you need to DM me your name so that way we can play across platforms. Now, I don't normally do mics just because I don't have like when I do. Unfortunately, when I do my mics, I have to wear like a headset. Well, no, my kid has my headset now. I'd have to look, but I had to plug it into the system, and then I want to watch up on the TV, so I have to move like over by the system, by the TV. It's kind of weird. I've tried to get Bluetooth headsets to work, and because I also use a Bluetooth controller, and I can't get it to function correctly. They're not the top gods, yeah. Oh yeah, sorta. What did you do? Come on, Brick Trucker, what did you do? I ended up getting another Cyberpunk set, so I did the coffee shop not too long ago, and that was a pretty solid build. And I got I ordered an Izakaya this morning, but it was like $19. So I got the cheese shop. Nice. So wait, hold on, the cheese shop or the cheese house? Because if it's the farm series cheese house, that is a beautiful, beautiful build. I have it. It's still in the box. Like I've already built it. The cheese house, yeah. I absolutely okay. I'm gonna nerd out on this cheese house. So I did the cheese house probably last summer when I was starting to live stream and do all that. And there's so many, we call them cheese wedges, but they're wedges. There's so many cheese wedges that are in different shades of like white and yellow. And there's like a table that's got a knife, and you set up like these quarter rounds, and I mean, there's so much detail in this thing. And I was calling them Ma and Pa cheese, and I was talking about Ma cutting the cheese. I mean, there were so many cheesy jokes, but that build is gorgeous. It is probably, it's not my favorite build. I'd say still the skate shop is my favorite build, but this was probably my second favorite build from Luma Bricks. It is spectacular. I loved it so much. Someone on Facebook had 3, so I got 1. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, someone was selling, it was the, I think it was the steampunk metro station, which I was looking at one point, and I almost got it, and I was like, I don't have anywhere to put it right now, so I'm gonna hold off on it. But there was a part of me that was really thinking about it, because I don't really have a lot of steampunk, and that's probably a good thing, because I would go crazy and do exactly what I'm doing now and add yet another another sort of subject, brick building subject, to my overflowing shelves. Now Monday will be a different story. Oh, because you're getting another set? So you'll have to tell me. Now, what's going on Monday? I have a feeling you ordered something. I have a feeling, man. Ban, you still on there? Listen to this old guy rant, man. Okay, so we are right here. I'm gonna pop this one in over here, and we're doing pins to the back. Right? Yeah, pins to the back. So we're gonna pop that one on right there. This one's gonna go right here, pins to the back. I lost the kids. No! Hopefully you didn't lose the kids. Hopefully that's just a name, right? How are you doing today? Alright, so we've got a number 3 bar with a stopper on it. A number 3 bar. Where are you at? And then a number 7. It's a 5. That's a 7. Then we've got a small 1 by gear. And then we've got a gold. Look at that, man. Gold. Gold 2 by gear. Alright, so let's see. Minas Tirith, upscale Darth Vader, and the Fast and the Furious Charger, the Technic one, like the big like black box model one. Dude, that one that's serious. That Minas Tirith, I was really thinking about, and I kind of, not that I got an ultimatum of no, but I was kind of told no. No, that's not going to that's not gonna happen. Yeah, yeah. It's a good looking set though. Man, I'm excited for you. Dude, that's cool. It's really cool. Anytime you're in a spot where you can get those sets that you really want to get, like I'm all about celebrating my peeps for that one. Hold on, I've got to do this. So we probably should have popped that out. I'm gonna set these bars first, and then I'm gonna be putting them in. And I say that because they are having the two sides on there makes it kind of hard. All right, hold up. Boom. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna put these back in here, and then we got our first set of gears. I love it. I love the whole gear thing. Like I kind of want to get more Technic stuff, because when I was a kid, I loved getting the Technic sets. I really enjoyed them, and I only had a few, but like, man, they were just like, engineering wise, I was just like, I dig this. At some point, the Lumi Film Studio, yeah. Now that one, the film studio, or the photo shoot studio, I'm wanting to get the Cyberpunk, what is it? The Cyberpunk prisoner van, hauler van, urban response unit thing. But then I saw that it was a showdown barn. It's only like 1,000 pieces for the Old West. And I'm like, I really have got to get one of those, because I'll have that probably up near the sheriff station. So when I get ready to clear some of this out and put, sheriff stations and things up and get those things going, like I would want that, what do you call it, that showdown thing. I think that'd be cool. Okay, so we're going to be going the opposite direction now. So we've got pins going in different directions. Let me grab it. There we go. And we are going 3 gears high. So we'll kind of show it right there. There we go. Looky there. Alright, we'll kind of show it right here too. So 3 gears high. These things are cutting in all different directions. Okay. So we need 2 of these. Now these are, so if we're saying that this, okay, and it's got studs on both sides, is, let's see, that's 7, and 8, so that's 15, right? So 1 stud thick by 15. We could almost call this a 1 by, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4 by 5. Okay, so it's a 1 by 4 by 5 because it's blocked out. So you're 1 high, 4 round, or 2. It's actually 2 by 5, so it's only 2 wide, 5 across the top, and then 1 stud wide. So I think that's how we're going to be looking at it. So we need 2 of these. They didn't name them, but I'm going to name them because that's what I do. All right, here we go. So here we go. We've got 1 going in here. So we've got 1 pin here, and then 2 studs going up. And then we'll have 2 here. And then we're going 1, to out. Okay. And then we're going to be building them out this way. So let's take a look. So this one is supposed to be turning right here and going back this direction. It's going to fit into there. This one, we're keeping the two pieces up. It's going to turn and fit into this piece right here. Boom. Okay. So that way we've got this set up. Now, I'm going to push this bar over because I have a feeling the handle is going to be, that's probably the handlebar. If that's a number 7, and that's not the longest bar that we have, but it's pretty up there for like bars. Hey, Christopher and D, what's happening? And all right, here we go. So let's see. We need, just checking to make sure I don't want to miss any sort of messages here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So we have this. Now we're going back into another 1 by 2 by 5. We need 1, 2 of them. Actually, these would be one. This would be 1 by 2 by 3. So, and I say that because look, we're looking at the actual distance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Technically, this would be a 3 by 3. So 1 stud by 3 studs by 3 studs. However, because these only have 2 ports and this one has a full 3, we would say a 1 by 2 by 3 sort of Technic plate. You know, that piece. Because that makes a lot of sense. All right. Now it's like I want to get on Bricklink and see exactly like what is the actual name of that. But I also like I've got stuff I got to do. I can't be jumping on over there just to look. Okay, we're gonna flip this around this way. I did something. We're gonna pull this off here. We're gonna pull this one off here. And we're going to turn it. This actually is supposed to go 1 here. And then 1 over here. See what I did? I had this thing backwards. So they had us turn it here. Interestingly enough, we went from here to here, but they never told us to turn it. So that's, I'm gonna pull them on that, man. Alright, so now we're turning back this direction. And I'm going to kind of look to see, is everything lining up? Yes. Okay. Now we'll get this one right here. We're going to go 1 and 2 of these Technic pins. This one, kind of the same, but we're going in an L shape right here. So 1, 2, and 3 going just like this. And then they're porting into the sides here. So I should have 1. This one is with pins up, right? No, down. So pins down. And 2. So just like that. I dig it. Absolutely dig it. Okay. And then we're putting in some more gears. What's happening? Are you talking to me about the build? So I got off on a piece and I had to go back and remove and put some pieces in the right spot because I didn't see that they had a, well, let me rephrase it. They did not put a turnaround button on it, but they didn't put a turnaround button on it. So instead I looked at the orientation of this front and realized that they had turned it. I have no idea. Hello, Clarice. How are you? The name cracks me up. My kid was asking to watch that movie, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's time for you to watch that just yet, bud. He's just now going to middle school, so I was like, yeah, I'm not really ready for you to see that one. That was a tough movie. I remember the second one felt kind of like a It's me, Jessica. How are you? I remember the second one felt kind of like a joke at times. Well, the second one was, so we had Silence of the Lambs, and then we had Red Dragon. I think is the first one, right? And then the second one was like Hannibal Lecter, if I remember correctly. It's it. I don't know. The second one feels kind of like a joke. I know because Jodie Foster didn't reprise her role. There was a lot of things that just felt off on it. And the scene, the brain scene, is the part that I was like cracking up. I don't know why. That just made me laugh so much. Hannibal, yeah. The scene where he's got them all at the dinner table and he's like eating the brain and cooking it. It just I'm so weird. I was cracking up. Like I was like, and I can't remember who I was watching it with. It might have been my wife. And she's just staring at me because I'm just over there like just laughing like crazy. She's like, "What is wrong with you?" Like it's just so funny. It's goofy. And not in a good way, like just really goofy. Obviously goofy. Ooh, I like gears. Looky there. Look at all those gears. Yeah, he feeds on Ray Liotta his own brain. Yeah, and he was sitting there cooking it. He was like, "You smell that?" I was like, gee, I don't know. Is it wrong of me to be like laughing about that? Like I just like that, or I guess my question is did anyone else find it funny? Because if here's the thing, if you didn't find it funny and you're like, yeah, I don't know, I'll definitely repress that and not share that information out anymore. Be like, all right, it's time to pull back a little bit. Masses. You did? Yeah, it just cracked me up. And like Ray Liotta's face the whole time, just it was too much. Absolutely too much. So thankfully I'm not the only one. Oh man. Movie was goofy. Goofy. I try to remember my wife and I we watched was it a 1 by 15, so let's see, 5 and 5, 15, and then one of these teas. We watched was it Flight 7500, and it was I can't even remember like what was going on with it. It was from the director of The Grudge, and I mean we were like, hey, it's not a very long movie, and I started calling out things before it was even happening. And at one point, I already kind of knew what was going on. I ended up falling asleep because I was just kind of bored. But we watched that one. I tried to watch that one. That was not a very good movie in my opinion. And then my kid and I, we finally got around to watching FNAF. So Five Nights at Freddy's. And I kind of fell asleep right towards the end. Like if I'm still too long, I have troubles. But I was watching that, and when the police officer Vanessa lady was, and spoilers for everyone, I'm sorry if you don't want to hear it, if you haven't watched FNAF yet. Anyways, when she was saying, you just don't know, and keep her away and don't do all this, I was like, her dad's totally the big giant yellow rabbit that they keep showing. And my wife and kid were like, no, that's no. And then it happened, and they just looked at me. They're like, how do you do that? And like, there's like a written rule in movies that's like, it's a constant. Like it's you see these things and you can almost just call them out because you already know what they're kind of doing and expecting. So yeah, I get in trouble with my family a lot because I'm constantly calling out you know, what's about to happen in movies. And they're like, they don't like watching movies with me because of that. They start to refuse, especially if it's like a horror movie or something, and especially if it's a horror movie and I know it's formulaic. Like, hey, I know pretty much what's happening. Let's see. Wrong spot. This is gonna go down here onto this. There was a here. Sound off in the chat. Who remembers seeing? It was a horror movie called The Orphan, and it had the girl that was like she was an orphan, and you know that this family was like kind of pining to get her, sort of thing, and they were like, yeah, we want her in our family and all this. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Hey Precious, how are you? And so in the movie, you know, this girl is always causing these instances, and it was like this big ongoing thing. And I remember, this is way before my kid was born, my wife is like, yeah, what's gonna happen? And I told her, I was like, watch, she's gonna end up being like a, never heard of it? Yeah. I said, what? She's gonna end up being a 30-year-old woman that's like got like bipolar disorder, and she's been like hiding who she is this whole time, and she's doing it to try to break up the family, you know, and to steal like the husband away. Well, I was like, dude, no, that's not gonna happen. And without giving too many spoilers away, that's exactly what happened. She ends up being this like 30-year-old like Czechoslovakian Russian, you know, assassin doll sort of person, and is trying to like destroy the family to steal this husband away. And I mean, it was like, she just looked at me, and ever since then it's like they don't really want to watch movies with me anymore. Bricket50, what's up? How are you? We're talking about really, really bad movies, and I have a habit of calling out things that are going to happen in the movie. Let's see, 4, 4, 1, that's 9. And I usually get in trouble with the family about it. So, it's based off a real story. Really? The Orphan is? No. That's wild. I'd have to look that one. I'd have to look into that story. I bet you, oh my goodness, either Tape Library or Mr. Ballin has something on it. So I'm going to have to look that one up. Hey, Amanda, how are you? All right, so we got Gears. Oh, I love Gears. This makes me happy. Oh, my goodness, this makes me so happy. And then, of course, a point to, like, peg this into our build, which I love. Alright, so we got one L plate, 2 of these 1x2x3s. Jeff, you're back. Hey, so you're back. Do you remember what the case was, or what the name was for the person? Because I'm kind of interested. I'd like to hear about that now. Alright, so this is going this way. They keep switching us around, and it's like they don't always have... Oh, I guess it's here. Alright, so that's going to peg right into there. I'm looking to see. I keep hearing the what? Uh-oh, I missed something. What did I miss? I totally missed something. Oh, the Orphan. The movie, The Orphan? Yeah, so it was this, I mean, again, it was this really bad movie, but I totally called it. As soon as I was watching it for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be one of those where it's... Did you ask me something? I did not. I was just saying, hey, what's happening? And checking, seeing how you were. Trying to figure out where you ran off to. I get jealous, you know. No, I'm playing. I really don't. Ah. All right, so we've got two of these 1x1 gears. The dog is going crazy out there. I'm gonna have to check here in a minute, see what's going on. Maybe they finally dropped off my order. I've had this order that's been in. It has been in delivery for like 3 days, and it's mushrooms and stumps and plants for my my medieval ranger camp mock, and I started crashing out earlier because I was like, where is my stuff? You had to make lunch. Oh, you saw the Mandalorian and Grogu, and then Barbara Skorlova is her name. Oh, okay. I'm gonna look that one up. I'm gonna see if Mr. Ballin's got something on it. So my friend told me. So I contacted him the other day. I was chit chatting and talking to him about some stuff, and he told me. He said that he had gone and seen the Mandalorian Grogu movie, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And how was it? And he told me, it's like, if you liked the series, especially the first 2 seasons, that you would love the movie. And so I kind of want to go see it. Oh, looky here! What? This is so satisfying. Here, I'm gonna hold it up here. Look. That's so satisfying. Look at all those gears. Oh. Hold on, I'm going to put on my... Oh, that's so great. So great. I know it seems kind of ridiculous. I need to get more Technic sets, honestly. Like, because I'm just loving the gear situation here. I'm going to put these pieces over. We got lots of, like, nice kind of metallic pieces, which is cool. Put all of these here, put these right over here, and we're on to bag 2. I love the Mando movie. Yeah, I keep hearing a lot of people telling me, hey, you gotta go watch it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 bags of number 2. It was their number 1 bags, but I treated it like number 2. Alright, I'm going to put... Yeah, enough of that, Tay. I'm going to put these over here. I'm going to put these over here as well. Yay! Parts, and more parts. Oh, we got even more gears. So a lot of this, and I didn't think this is going to be the case, but this thing has a ton of metallics, including this like really vibrant metallic teal color. You've got golds, you got coppers, you got silvers. I mean, this thing is cool. And another brick separator in yellow. I kind of wish this was in gold. I'd have made an award out of it. The separator award or something. I need to do some awards and things. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna dump that out. There's a lot of pieces here in number 2. All right. So far for bag 1, that's about 50 or so minutes. We're going to put that over here so I can turn that. Whee! I'm going to put my 2 steampunk figures there, and Rascal, he's going to go right up here with them. He's a fat, sassy sort of raccoon. Look at this guy. Isn't he cute? All right. That's enough for me. That I need to stop. Okay, so we've got a 1x5. So it's probably over here. And it looks like they are just the 5 in a row. So technical standard Technic. We've got the plated ones, and then we have the full brick ones here. So let's find it. Might have to bring this up to my face. Okay. I was like, no, tell me it's in here. Boom. There it is, right there. Okay. So got one of these, one double long pin, and just one standard pin. So we're going to be going here. And then this one's going to go right here. Now this thing is full of gears and stuff. What the heck did it eat? Hold on, let's see. It was better than expected. I love the Mando movie. What the heck did he eat? Who, me? Or Jeff? I'm kind of wondering, like, are you talking about, like, what did I eat? I actually ate really good this morning, which is probably why I am kind of crazy, because I'm actually energized. I had an English muffin, and I had some scrambled eggs and some blueberries, and then I snuck in a sausage pancake thing. The raccoon, oh, my raccoon rascal, he ate a bunch. Here, hold on, let's see if you can hear it. He ate a bunch of beans. Here's the thing. His thickness is because he's bloated. It's because he's got anxiety. Poor buddy. Oh, let's see. I'm fixing up the Lumenbricks Forge house. Oh, man. Wait, you dropped it? The Forge house? Oh, no. That's on my list. I really want to get that Forge house. And actually, in traditional TayRayGun style, I want to get that Forge house, and then I have decided that, hey, I could start a blacksmith forge in my backyard and start creating swords and stuff. You were trying to move it. There are times, and I've heard this, and I've seen it with like some of my moves for Lumenbricks. Sometimes those base plates are a little tough. They don't feel like it's easy to drop those, and that part kind of kills me, because you spend so much time, and I'm always afraid of damaging the wires. As a matter of fact, my cheese house, I had to reach out to them because I had moved it at one point, and when it dropped, the battery pack busted off the back and broke the connection off of it, and it was all messed up. So, okay. So something I am going to fault this company on is that when it comes to sizes of parts, they should probably give you a warning about what size is what. Pop that out. I'm gonna pop that out, and then let's try this again. There we go. Okay. So this goes to 27. This one goes over here to 26. So, yeah. Hey, Riftmaster, how are you? Alright, so we're going to plug that into here. This one now goes to here. And that looks like that lines up more. So that's actually where we're supposed to be. Okay. Now we've got the extra long one here. So we've got this. We need a pin to crossbar. 4 standard pins to 3 and 4. And then one of these 1x2s to crossbar plates. Alright. I had to bring this up to my face. Excuse me, guys. So I don't think it's in this one, so it's probably over here in this one. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, because there's still like little parts over here. I need to, there it is. I need to move some things from one area to the other. Making sure I didn't miss anything on anything here. So yeah, my raccoon, this was a gift that my wife got me. So it's a kind of a, how do you put it? It's like a, hold on, let me look at this portion real quick. It goes here. That's wrong. That's wrong. 1, 2, and 3. It is a stimming gift for me. So he has been my buddy, helping me out in some things that I have not wanted to be in. Let's see, so that goes down kind of like that. Okay. I'm looking, so they don't have it to where I can turn this one way or another. And so as I'm looking, I'm kind of following through. So crossbar here, one pin out. And now we need a 1x7, but it is a 1x7 where it's got 4 across the top and then 3 on the side. So that's how we're doing it, 1x7. And we're going to be putting it with the 3 bars on top, but we're going back to this piece here. Okay, this is kind of a weird one. All right, so that's supposed to fit in like this, I'm guessing. Wait a second. Okay, hold on, guys. I am completely thrown off right here. So this is supposed to fit. Does it go in like this? So I think it fits like this. Okay. And then now, okay. I think I got it. All right. So now we're combining. So we're looking at these two. So this is not lining up the way it's supposed to. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this back out. I love the complexity of this. Don't get me wrong, I am enjoying the complexity of this, but it's definitely a challenge. Okay, so once I get this, I saw that you wrote something. I'm gonna address it here in a minute. So I just need to get this piece and part back in there. pull this, pop this. My eye's starting to bounce again. There we go. That goes in like this. This should go in like this. Right? Oh. I'm gonna give myself a minute there because that one's starting to get to me. I really like the little campsite setup build. Yeah, dude, the Ranger camp is a really good set. So far, I've gotten out of the Lumibrick stuff. Anytime that they come out with a lot of the little sets, I like getting them because they are, you know, when they're cost effective and affordable. Like, I'm definitely all about that sort of life as it is. But the Ranger camp, surprisingly, like, that was a really good build. The Ranger camp was a good build. The Old West Chuck Wagon camp, or the cowboy camp, that one was okay. That one and I have some issues because that's one that has one of those sets that has been broken multiple times from things happening around the house. So like at one point, I used to have a Minecraft sword up on the wall. You're considering getting it? The Ranger camp? Yeah, it's a good set. I definitely suggest getting it. The wiring for where to put the wires in the base plate in the actual tent are a little odd, but it's easy to get over, and the build itself is nice. It's fun. It has nothing to it. Yeah, I got beef with that cowboy camp, man. So here's what happened. This cowboy camp, when I was on a live putting it together, right? They had sent me. It was supposed to have a 1x5, and I had a 1x6. So I had to rebuild a lot of the side in order to get it fixed, you know. And then of course I reached out and got a 1x5 set. Customer service is great. They always get everything set up for me. As a matter of fact, I got to reach out to them because I've got a router piece that's acting up, so I was gonna reach out to them and get that all settled. So the I get it fixed, and in order to get it like fixed, I had to take a lot of it apart. Now there were some pieces in it that are loose, and so every time I'd move it, these pieces would fall off and get lost, and I had to go find it. Or the cat would finally come around. It's like I'd get so angry, and you know, finally it would be like I could hear cat hitting it around the floor. I'm like, oh, there it is. So I'd find it, put it back, and then I was like, hey, we're all good. And then something else would happen. So at one point, I had this Minecraft sword hanging on the wall, and my kid was like, hey, can I see your Minecraft sword? I'm like, sure, but when you're done with it, let me hang it back up. He's like, I got it. He got done with it, hung the sword back up, and the sword slipped and just kind of went shoo, and fell right down into my Old West sets. And that one just got destroyed. And I'm talking about, like, it fell into it fell off the table, it busted across the floor, pieces all over the place. And he's like, you know, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, just holding it together. And he's like, I'm sorry, Dad. And I'm like, it's okay. And he's like, I can help you. And I'm like, no, let me take care of this. So I start, like, I'm holding it together as best as I can, and I'm just trying to find all the pieces. Finally get it put all back together. And then there was another instance where he came through and he had a blanket on, and it caught the tree, like the old dead tree hanging off the end, and that thing flipped off and went pow and busted to pieces. And I was like, this set is too like it's too cursed to be out on the table at this point, because every single time, every single time, like someone passes by, this thing is getting busted. I'm like, all right, so I ended up putting it and all the Old West stuff down on the shelves. The Curse of the Western Camp. It totally, this thing is cursed. And so I was like, well, that's gonna live down here, and then once I get shelves made and it can come in here, or I move the city in here, I'll put it back up. It's higher, so it should be fine. But there's a part of me that's really concerned about when I display the Old West stuff out there, if it's going to be destroyed, because it has continuously been that one set. It's only that one set. Everything else could barely be touched. Like the gold mine, nothing happened to it. Sheriff Station, nothing's happened to it. The traveling circus, nothing's happened to it. The what else do I have? The stagecoach, nothing's happened. The treasury stagecoach, nothing's happened. I'm trying to remember what else I have. I think that's it. But the cowboy camp, just glue it together. Oh, I can't do that. Even I have this micro set that I was like, I'll just glue it together and stick it up on a wall or whatever and have that. And I still can't bring myself to glue my sets. I don't know why. I figured that could be the easiest thing in the world, but I don't know. It feels wrong to me. Does that make sense? Feels so wrong. And the thing is nothing against, hey, I know I've had brick building buddies that have they'll craggle their sets, and I don't know. I just can't. For me, that's not an option for me. But you said, yeah. Hey, David Fish, what's up? David Fish Nation, I like that name. So what all do you have to fix on the forge? Your Lumabrix forge. And how good of a build is it? Because I'm really, that one, and the there was that one, and then there was the what is it, the mill, the water mill thing that I was also looking at, that I think would be really good. Okay, this one goes here. We need the extra long one right here. And then we're kind of doing the same thing, reversing a lot of these pins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one of these here, and then another one of those bars. Just the second floor. So the second floor got busted. It's a great set, yeah. And because I want the Old West blacksmith, and I want the Old West carpentry set, especially because I have usually the sets I get are based on something I've done in my life. So I've done carpentry work. I actually still will do carpentry stuff, like build specific shelves, things like that around the house. I've never gone as far as like framing a house. Like that's kind of out of my league. Though I have helped way back in the day. It was my uncle and them. I helped let me find this one part and I'll tell you. I helped them set up a I helped them raise the walls on their lake house. So they had a lake house that was being built, and I helped them build some of that when I was in my teens. I would love to get the Western, the train station. That one is it's on the block here pretty soon. That one's gonna be heading out soon. So that one would be a good one to get. The for me, did I do it again? Ah, that's why. The the train station and the train, I believe, are going to be kind of going up. The post office is going to be going. I still actually I really do want to get the post office. But I know there's like the Western Duel, that's the dual barn that's coming up here pretty soon, that I also am wanting to get. I'm going to do this. It's going to drive me bonkers here. The Western Duel set, wanting to get when it comes out. The there we go. The way that's put together is a little weird. But the train station, the train, the post office, sheriff's station, and I believe the stagecoach, they're kind of hitting their stages where they're going to be start phasing them out. I've got the stagecoach and the sheriff's station. I think I'd probably get the post office. The train I like, but I don't have the room for it or the station. Yeah, the medieval dining hall. Now, oh man, and here's the thing, like, looking at, I got the ranger station for the Middle Ages, and there's a part of me that was like, I kind of want to, look into more of the Middle Ages stuff. And I think when I saw was it the Watchtower, the Watchtower, the Armory, the Dining Hall, the Treasury. I'm trying to remember another part. It's like, I would want all of it. And I was like, I really should not have that. I want donuts. Man, I want donuts too. Actually, sounds really good. What's your favorite kind of donut? As we're talking about things we want. Donuts. I don't know. I talked to my doctor about it, and they told me, they said, do not get those donuts. They're not good. The apothecary, yeah. Or Chewy Chips Ahoy. Oh, man. Chewy Chips Ahoy. I think, was it is it the caramel stripes, or it's like, I think for the Girl Scouts they call them the Samoans. But it's like coconut with caramel, and it's got like the little stripes on it. Those are my jams. Oh yeah, I want Chewy Chips Ahoy so bad. You're dangerous, man. Dangerous. You don't need them. Don't need them. I definitely don't need them. That'll send me into shock, man. I should not have any of that. And actually, yesterday, so my kid and I, we went to, we have a Legoland up here in North Texas. It's in Grapevine. And so I hit them up to get a box of parts, because I wanted to add more to my medieval camp thing. And look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. And we stopped on the way home. We stopped to get snacks and stuff, and it was a French toast Butterfinger, and all they had was king size. It's like, oh, I'll get that. It should be fine. Dude, I made myself, with my medication I have, it made me so sick. I was like, I don't like this feeling, but I was like, it's not something I should have had. I just ate lunch. What'd you have for lunch, by the way? Anything good? Hopefully you had some good stuff. I had a good breakfast. I'm gonna kind of keep it at that. And probably after I'm done, I'll probably have like a salad or something for lunch for me. Leftover Chinese. Woo! Yeah, I'm about to make ramen. Ooh, ramen's pretty good. We've got a really good ramen shop here in our little Denton, Texas, and it's good. They're kind of expensive, but it's really good. It's really good ramen. So that's the first thing, kind of out of the gate. It's really good ramen. It's not kind of the cheap stuff, but it's also it's served like they serve you with a robot. Like it's like I know this is going to bother me, but I want it. Oh, yeah, yeah. That whole question of should I not, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways. And that's kind of how I was feeling yesterday with having that candy bar. I was like, I shouldn't have had it. And then I also had like a giant bag of Munchos, which I shouldn't have had either. I pretty much by the time the end of the day came, I was like, my body's in pain and pay for it later. Yeah, yeah, and that's where I'm at because I'm on a medication. I'm type 2, so I have a medication that I'm supposed to have, and I am supposed to be better at eating, and usually I am, but yesterday I was kind of all over the place, and I should have done better. Munchos? You don't like Munchos? They're okay, but man, they get too salty after a while. Like after a while, I'm sitting there eating, I'm like, oof, that's almost too much salt. I can already feel myself bloating in the face just eating Munchos. Not in a good way. I love them. Yeah, I like them too. And it was like a big gigantic bag for like $2.99. I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. That's not that big of a deal. And then by the time I get to the end of the bag, I'm like, dude, I'm not feeling too good. I'm feeling really sick. 4, 8, and 7. That's a 15. And then it looks like a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. And a 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of these pins. Standard pins, too. It's like a sea of just parts here. I'm loving every aspect of them. Yeah, I love them. Hey, Hill, what's up? All right, so we've got this, and it looks like it's... Oh, I wonder if that would fit on... I wonder if that'll fit like that. I don't know. I'm jumping ahead. I shouldn't. So now we're building, it looks like, a new section that's got some gears in it. So we're going to start that new section. My braids, what's happening? I got my braids in today. I'm going to raid my local store for Chewy Chips Ahoy. You should, but just be warned, if you do, and you get those Chewy Chips Ahoy, and you eat too many of them, it gets you sick. We warned you. Man, enjoy your Chewy Chips Ahoy, because don't let my anger about what I did to myself and my diet. They sound so good. Oh man. Here's the thing. I'm gonna get done. I'm gonna be like, I think I can afford a breakfast sandwich on my watch. I think I can go do this. Even though I know I shouldn't. There's gonna be every part of me that says don't do it, and I'm gonna do it anyways. Because if I can't enjoy life, what's the point? Hey Hulu, what's happening? Alright, so my braids. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so this is going right here, turning that way. And then we're going to pop this in right over here. We're going to pop that in right there. And then we're going to pop this in right there. Okay, So we're kind of building this bar up. My weakness is bugles. Oh, yeah, bugles. Dang it, if you guys are making my stomach rumble. Actually, so I like bugles because I loved putting them on my fingers and eating them as a kid. They don't fit now. But Funyuns. I can. Here's the thing, because of the blood sugar aspect, Funyuns are actually not that bad. Like, I can eat them in moderation. Now, if I have them every day, there's a problem. But I can eat them, not that big of a deal. They can kind of fit in some areas of my diet without any issues. But when I was living in California, it was wasabi flavored Funyuns, and I loved them so much. Bro, stop. Yeah, I feel like I'm going full fat mode today. Full fat mode today. Kobe, no, come on, man. Yeah, like I love me some Funyuns. And as a matter of fact, depending, especially if I go out there and I check and my parts are not in still today, I will probably be like, hey, let me go to the store and pick up some Funyuns. But I'm not going to get a gigantic bag of it. Okay, I think that's where I need to be. Tay, don't get the gigantic bag of Funyuns. Just get a regular bag of Funyuns. Don't go crazy with it. Be moderate. 4, 4, and 7. So that's 8, a 7, and 1, 2, and 3 of these pins. No party size? Yeah. Well, I think it used to be called party size, and now they call it sharing size. And I used to laugh about it because I'd look at it and be like, bro, I'm totally not sharing these. like not only do I feel like an awful person because you put sharing size on it, and I already know I'm not going to share it, A. And B, now you've kind of equipped me with the idea that technically I'm eating 2 servings worth, which is true. And I don't really feel guilty about it. I ain't sharing nothing. I know, right? It's kind of like when we go to eat, and I'll pick something I want off the menu, and the families, we're all there, and they're like, do you wanna split something? I'm like, no. Why? They just look at me. I'm like, no. Why? Who? No. Who shares things? But apparently it's a nice thing to do. I don't know if I really got that message from my family growing up. They're all kind of stingy. Oh man. Sharing's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one for me. Alright, we're flipping this one up this way. Oh my goodness. We have gone off the deep end here. All right. I've been trying to lose weight since since your surgery. And here's the thing. I have been on. Hold on, let me count that. That's it. I've been on. I've got a GLP-1 that I take, and it's done pretty good. But ever since I got classified as type 2, and it is totally my fault. Totally my fault. And I know that I have got to change a lot of things about how I eat and do stuff, and I've got to be better on my end. And it's tough because it's like, not that I don't want to be better, but I want to enjoy, life, and I want to enjoy all these things, and I want to do what I want to do. And I have to remind myself, for me, it's not just me. It's also my family. and so I need to be there for them. Yeah, unfortunately, my insurance won't cover. It took a long time. So for years, I was under pre-diabetic, and they wouldn't even touch it. They tried to put me on metformin, and I gained probably 40 pounds from metformin. It messed me up so bad, and I ended up moving into type 2, full-fledged type 2 because of it. And since then, I finally got cleared for it's Mongero's, I think, what I take. And ever since then, I've been better, but I can feel those times when I don't heal correctly, or there's like, I had to be very careful. Like, when I got my tattoo work recently, I had to be very, very careful because you can get infections really quickly. It's bad enough just to get my Crohn's. Oh yeah, dude. Insurance is, especially now in here lately, it's rough. And okay. So I had mentioned that I was going through some stuff mentally, and I was talking about mental health, things like that. So kind of like my recent diagnosis, things that are going on. So for years I have struggled for between depression and just levels of things crash out, stuff like that. It was never that bad. I remember as a kid, I'd have instances where I would just like I I couldn't transition, or I would lose something, or I couldn't find it, or something wasn't going the way I had it planned in my head. And I would have these like breakdowns, like absolute breakdowns, where I'm just like, I remember like yelling and grabbing my jaw in my closet and just screaming to the top of my lungs because I didn't understand how things were supposed to work. And I just learned over the years, hey, I just gotta kind of move on with it, keep going, do this, and this. And for the most part, I pretty good about, picking up, going, and doing what I need to do. But this last year with my work, I've had a lot of difficulties. Like hardcore difficulties. Let me find this part real quick and I'll finish telling you. And so my wife, she kept telling me, she's like, listen, you got to go get checked. We always thought that I had ADHD. So it's like ongoing, like I kind of get confused about things. I would miss things. She'd not make jokes, but she'd constantly talk about the fact that, like, the scene from Malcolm in the Middle when the dad goes to do this, and then he's got this, and, the mom comes home and he's got, like, one wheel off the car, and it's, like, all this, like, craziness is going on, and she's like, that's totally you, And I would just kind of joke. I'm like, yeah, ha ha ha, of course. And we always thought that I had ADHD, and that was what was going on. But this last year has been rough in that I could not get things settled. I just could not understand what in the world was going on. So I finally went and finally started talking to my primary care and trying to get things fixed and trying to understand what's going on with me mentally for all these years. And somehow it finally got passed with insurance, and they were like, all right, let's continue on and get this figured out and all that. Went and got extensive testing done, a lot of testing. And it was a day, and then there was like interviews and such, but the day of testing was like 7 hours. And when they reached back to me, it took about 2.5 weeks or so, and then they finally reached out and they got me the diagnosis. They're like, here's what's going on, let's talk about it. I'm like, all right. And they were like, let's sit down, make sure that you got what you need, and then we'll talk. And come to find out, I'm I'm not ADHD. Um, and what was going on, and this has been apparently going on my entire life, and I just was really good at masking it, is I'm actually autistic. And I am what you call, it's a level 1 autism. So I am essentially like, I don't have any impairment on language unless there's overstimulation. I have no impairment on learning unless there's some sort of stimulation, overstimulation. And for the most part, like, I need help in transition routines, things like that. Well, a lot of what I do is all over the place for routines, especially with the place I'm at now. And I struggle with that, like, really, really struggle. So I'm trying to get stuff for, like, getting I have earplugs that I wear when I'm out in public that help tone down the sound, because I mean, everything falls on the same level. And I've been researching and looking into it and trying to understand more about it, because it's, it's not there's a lot of idea that it's a chemical based thing. And actually the psychiatrist I'm talking to has put me on this one bit of medication, and it's not helping at all. It's actually been stimulating everything a lot more, which is why I've kind of had to cut back on certain things online, because it's just been like, last few lives like have been shorter because I can only go so far, and that's like, I gotta stop. And I'm wanting to go longer and do longer events like I used to. And come to find out, pretty much it's kind of like the medication is overstimulating everything in my head. So it's raised the dopamine levels in my head, and it's really good for people that have high anxiety and ADHD. But it's not good for me, because it's what I have is not a chemical problem. What I have is a neurocognitive problem. And as I'm going and I'm learning about it, and I'm going back and looking, my first thing that I looked up when I got diagnosed, and I was kind of asking, I was like, percentage wise, like, how, and they're like, no, it's pretty much like 99.900%, like, you show all the traits of it. So apparently they have, and things I wasn't even aware of, lining up my minifigs and organizing them. I organize my candies by colors, and I eat them in patterns. It seems ridiculous. And here's the thing, I can actually laugh about it now, because it's like, yeah, no, it's totally there. My wife used to joke about it, because I'd make color patterns, and I'd eat in diagonal color patterns. And I had a routine that I'd want. And when it's like, anytime that we'd go out on vacation, I would be like, I don't know about this, but I'll be fine, but I don't know about this. And I would have shutdowns, things like that. And we'd go a family vacation with a lot of our extended family. I end up just going and staying in a room and not really coming out. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, I'm learning about it, and it's something that I thought, like, after I got the diagnosis, and I knew, I was like, hey, that's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna be on the mend. I'm gonna get better. It's not that big of a deal. And things have not gotten worse, but they've also not been very easy. And I think some of it is because I'm kind of learning. Like, I'm learning about how things work. I'm trying to figure out like how to navigate the world because of this. And so that was my big announcement that I was wanting to talk about. I've told my family. I haven't really heard a lot from them. My sister, she actually, when I talked to her, she, when I asked her about when we were younger, she goes, I totally see it now. There's pictures of me as a kid, and I'm like holding my hands like this. So one of the things I do, like when I'm nervous or I'm having issues squeezing your hand, like a stimming thing. That's to keep my brain focused and moving and keep things going. And hey, Six Talks, what's up? And so, I go back and I see these pictures. I'm holding something, or my hands. I'm doing what's called dinosaur hands, which is another thing that they were writing about, info dumping about my passions and love, which apparently I didn't annoy, but I info dumped the snot out of acronyms and brick building techniques in my initial interview, and architecture and Roman history and all sorts of just random stuff that that the doctor was like, oh, okay, and was writing all this stuff down. I get to catch a little bit of the live. I'm stoked, dude. That's awesome. Hey, so are you still working, or were you able to get off, or what's going on? And hey, that shark. Here's the thing: that shark and that One Piece set, I think that would work beautifully together. You're on lunch, nice, nice, um, nice. So we're actually talking about. So I've got my diagnosis. I'm on the spectrum, and I'm what you call a level 1. So I am, I'm with needing support, but not on the level of like level 2 and 3. And interestingly enough, my kid, he is since the diagnosis, he's actually wanting to learn more about it as well, and wanting to talk to me about it. He's actually, at one point I thought he was embarrassed by me, but he's actually been advocating quite a bit for me. So I've been very happy to see him wanting to help out. He's a great kid, love him. But yeah, it's been interesting figuring out how everything is going. Yeah, I know. Well, and that's the thing, is like having that communication with my family too. And that's something that I'm still kind of learning with them on how to, like, when I'm at a point where I'm like, hey, I gotta go. I need to step out. I need to do this. I need to do this. I'm still really learning those aspects of how to tell them without crashing out on them, because at this point my wife, she was like, I'm kind of, I had some moments where I was crashing out on them, and especially this last year, and it has not been very good. Female, I deal with it at work. Yeah, yeah. It is. Here's the thing. It is awesome, Jeff. And I mean, okay. So it's weird because I had very mixed feelings about it when they gave me the diagnosis, and the doctor's like, "Congratulations!" Like I was almost having a kid. I'm like, "Wait, what? Congratulations? What does this mean?" And she was kind of walking me through some of it, and I was like, "It's not." It's like it's not bad. It's like I don't understand yet, and so I'm kind of learning. Like I said, I'm learning a lot about it now for me, and I was holding off forever. I was like, I don't know if I really want to tell anybody. It does take time, and I've been sitting on this for probably about a month and a half now, and a lot of my work, they haven't acknowledged it yet. They've been sending out for paperwork, and they're like, oh, okay, but they haven't really sat and talked to me about anything. They're like, okay, kind of keeping me at arm's length. But I told my bud, so he's like, my best family friend. We used to do a podcast together called Talking Toys with Taylor and Jeff. I think it's still out there if you ever decide you want to listen to it. And I finally, I was like, hey, I need to tell him and let him know what's going on. And I told him, and his response was, and
And I'm like, well, I just told you that's what's going on. Yeah. He goes, man. He's like, honestly, I could kind of tell with a lot of your mannerisms and things that you were doing. He goes, you're a lot like my brother, and my brother is kind of right there too. And I was like, well, I want to say something about it and talk about it, but I'm kind of afraid to do it. Like, it's not something I necessarily want out there, because I don't want to have that part about being like made fun of consistently. And he goes, if someone makes fun of you, just tell me, I'll kick their ass. I'm like, all right, brother, I got you now. I'm with you. So, so I decided, I was like, I'm gonna come out and actually say something. Yeah, the time part, it takes a lot of time. There's some people I've been watching. There's some programs I'm actually kind of looking into right now that's supposed to kind of help me walk through what's considered late diagnosis, because I'm 46 and it's just one of those that's like forever. I kind of ran up to a point, and just this last 2 years I've just been exhausted, tired, beat down, and just I'm been having a hard time. So I was like, I don't know how to navigate any of this. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about any of it. And so I think having the diagnosis now and understanding that part, and then learning the ins and outs of how to do things. And one of the things they said was, don't expect everything to change at once. And the other part was, don't expect things, like, don't expect the world to change, because they're not. That's just kind of the way it is. So I'm learning as I go. Learning. Hey Gus, how are you? One of the things that got me was I had uploaded something onto Reddit, and I got kind of made fun of because I like to talk with my hands. And you're still here? You're just listening? Yeah. I like to talk with my hands, and I kind of got a made fun of a little bit about it, about the fact that, oh, hey, there's this crazy person talking with their hands, and why is it they're always doing this? And I'm like, that's kind of like a part of what I do. Like, that's not something I really can help. And so, not that I was ashamed by it, but I was a little, like, kind of thrown off. Like, it is the way I present myself, is it wrong? You talk with your hands too. I know. I saw that on the post you were making, and I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I was like, well, he's just mad. He's just mad because he obviously he wants to be creative. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, it started making me think about it, and I was like, do I want to present this and talk about it, or is it going to be something that's kind of stigmatized, and people are going to be like, you don't need to do it. And just for reference here, like, I'm not self-diagnosed. It is actual, like, testing, interview, diagnosis, scientific observation, and there's a lot of belief that it is genetic. And I was looking at behaviors from my family, and I'm starting to believe, yeah, straight up, I think that there's a big genetic component to it, and I can see it on one side of my family predominantly, but they would never go to get that testing done. I think being an advocate for yourself and your diagnosis is super important. I do too, and I agree with you. And here's the thing, like getting the diagnosis, seeing it, and starting to learn about it, I'm also starting to break down some stereotypes that I had in my own head about it as well. Because I had some hardcore stereotypes, man. I thought that it was nonverbal, like when I watch like The Predator, and there's the kid with well, now it's an old term, but the term Asperger's, and there's the two kids making fun of him, and he's doing this weird mumbling stimming thing, and he's flapping his hands, and they're kind of joking about him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 5. Hold on, let me do these 6, and then one more on the end. I was, now I go back and I watch that, and I'm like, that's a very, like, I look at it, I'm like, that's a very bad stereotype. That's not the case at all. And then I also look at things that I enjoy doing, and even like some things that I've always wanted to do, like when I do want to move around and move my hands, and I tell myself no because it's weird. I've started getting the habit of doing that, and oh my god, I feel so much better getting to do it. But I try to do it like when I'm not in public, or like when I'm not around my family, because they're like, never stop yourself from being yourself. True. Here's the thing, I only stop myself from being myself when my true self can cause some issues. I think that's the key thing there, is oftentimes, for the most part, like, I'm pretty good, right? Like, it's not that big of a deal, but there's been a few times where, like, I've gone out, my kid's been with me, and I'm feeling like a hardcore need to like move my hands or something, and he kind of looks at me and goes, he'll like whisper, he'll look at me and go, stop it. I'm like, no man, it's okay. You feel that? Yeah, I feel you on that one too. Like, he'll be like, stop it. But again, he's been advocating for me like crazy. When my wife, I can't remember what she was saying, like, she was saying something, there was something that I didn't do or I had done, and I wasn't there. And she's like, well, your dad, he's da-da, and he goes, Mom, it's his autism, just leave him alone. And I'm like, well, that's not my autism, that's just me being lazy. But it's like, thanks. And I had mentioned something about, like, I was like, yeah, he feels kind of weirded out, and she's been like, no, he totally has been advocating for you anytime that he can. Hey, thank you for the repost. So it's been good, and that he's really trying. I love that kid, man. He's a great kid. And I've told a few people at work, and they've looked at me and they're like, yeah, I figured. It's his. So glad to hear that the man makes my oh. Yeah, my little man. So I've told a few people at work, and a couple of them been like, yeah, I totally get that. I can totally see that. And then I've told some others, and I've gotten the whole thing of, are you sure? And I'm like, it's not just me being sure at this point. It also has to do with you've got a doctor whose job is on the line now. Travis, what's happening? You changed your name, man. Let's see. Travis Captain Seawolves. You gotta go. Hey, Jeff, it was good talking to you too. Hey, I hope I didn't scare you away. I know, because you're always there for the video stuff, man. So I hope I hope that the forge gets fixed without a problem, and B, I hope you have a wonderful day. And let's add a C on there. I hope you get some munchos. No, I'm all good, thanks. I'm doing well. Just been welding all day. I bet, dude. Man, I have been hankering to go back into doing some welding. It's been years since I have touched that. I used to run a mean bead too. I used to get up there. I used to arc that bead. I used to make really nice, clean ones. Really strong welds too. I miss that. I need to get a machine, kind of get back into it. I've been wanting to do that, and I've been wanting to learn blacksmithing. So I blame Lumabricks for all this. Every time they come out with a set that I like, and I'm like, I could get some goats and have a cheese farm. I could go back into skating now that I have a skate shop. Jack of all trades. That's right. Absolutely right. Okay, so I'm going to look at this real quick because we've got this, and now we're building a new box here. So let's see what we got. We've got, this is going out this way. I'm going to focus in on this real quick. It's a compliment. Always a compliment. Dude, Jack of all trades is a beautiful compliment. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to force that one into here. Might need to, oh, that's why. I've got one that is not the correct bar. Hold on. Ha! Had to bite that one out. You totally didn't see me just eat that. I'm gonna eat some chicken spaghetti with avocado. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Treviso, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, that does not sound good to me. I don't know why. I think it's the avocado. I like avocado to an extent, but it's definitely a texture thing for me. It's like, I enjoy it, but I've had some pretty difficult avocado times in my past. Like, not very good avocado times in my past. Alright, hold on. So is it like, I think I got sunburn on my neck and it's cheese base. Okay, so does it have tomato sauce in it, or is it just straight up like pasta, chicken, and avocado? And yes, these things matter. You got to go back to work, man. Hey, I'm glad that you got caught up. I'm glad that you, hold on, rephrase that. I'm glad I got to talk to you. Hey, you take care. I'll be seeing you online, okay? Thank you. I'm going to enjoy this build quite a bit. Later. Hey, Daniel, what's up? So, cheese, pasta, chicken, tomato, avocados on the side. See, I don't know, and it's tomato sauce. I don't know if I could do here's the thing. Hey, Daniel, I like avocado. And I like tomatoes, like diced tomatoes. I don't know if I could do avocado with spaghetti. Does that make sense? It's not tomato sauce. Okay, it's cheesy sauce. Okay, I could get behind that one. Yeah, I had years ago, and it's always it's a tough sell for me. But years ago, I had, at one of my old jobs, we had tortilla soup that was like chicken, but it was a tomato based broth and everything, and that's gonna go here. I'm guessing we're not putting all this together yet. Hold on, I gotta skip ahead. Yeah, we are. Okay, but I had this, it was a tortilla soup, and we added avocado to it, and something was not very good. I ended up getting very sick, and I was struggling. I did not have a very good time. And every time I hear about avocado and tomatoes, that's immediately what pops up in my head, is me getting sick from that stuff. So it's like I know it's like I don't want to talk about it when you're trying to eat and enjoy life, but it definitely is kind of a weird one. All right, hold on real quick. That goes back this way. Okie dokie. Artichoke. That's gonna snap into there. Oh, looky here. Check this out. Okay, I gotta show you this. So look, because of this bar, this thing bounces back and forth. Oh, this is so cool. This is wicked cool. I love it. All right, so I'm enough nerding out on this. Hey Timmy, how are you? Oh man, and then I got another piece that's popping up and down. So this is a cool one. I might have to stop though at the end of bag 2 because there's quite a bit here. I don't know. I'll look and see what we got with bag 3. Like there's a part of me that wants to continue and finish it up, and there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I should probably also call it at some point because we still got quite a bit on bag 2, and it's 1, so we still have time. We still have time. All right. So we've got this bad boy here, and then we've got a 1x2x3, a gold gear, and a number 3, and then a 1x gear here. Let's see. Taylor Jeff from Ghostbusters Group is gonna come with me and Zort and Jenna to the Dallas Fan Expo. That's awesome. So I do not have tickets to it. But I could probably, like, depending on what Chris and them do afterwards, probably do like some sort of meetup at some point and visit. When is that though? Because I know there's one day that I'm supposed to be out for family pictures, and I can't remember what day that is. So 3. September 10th to the 13th. Okay. So wait, hold on. I thought Fan Expo. I thought that was Fan Expo, not Dallas. Okay. So there's Dallas Comic Con, there's Fan Expo, and the Fan Expo is the one that is in Irving, I believe. You know, I might be able to do that one. I'd have to look and see what costs for tickets and all that is, but that's cool. Here's the thing, I like the opportunities at the bigger venue, but I think for me, one of the problems that I had was that it's so loud for me, and it can be overbearing. But I like the smaller venues because there's a little bit more like toned downness to it that makes things easier. So if that's the case, man, I might look into that one. I'll be doing Blues Brother, then Ghostbusters on vacation, and that's the one in September. I would have to look if I could get my Ghostbuster Mando suit ready by then and finished up. I could take that out and make that a trial run at a smaller show like that. That'd be kind of cool. Because I still have, I believe the tickets are now $99. Okay. I'll look into that. Yeah, I'll look and see, because I know I usually get the emails. I keep getting stuff for the Dallas Comic Con. I haven't been to Fan Expo in a while, and so I'm kind of wondering if the reason why I haven't gotten it is because they're still trying to push the Fan Expo or the Dallas Comic Con part for me. Well, it's where I met you the first time. Yeah, at the big Comic Con. That's the Kay Bailey Hutchison. So that's the big show. I could have sworn I thought that they did that show in like June and July. See, now I'm kind of confused. I'm going to have to... Yep, Dallas Fan Expo. Okay. I'm going to have to go on... Man, I'm going to have to go online and look, because I'm all confused. I'm confused. Highly highly confused. That's not that's the normal thing. They push it back because, oh, that's right, the World Cup. Yep. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Which is probably why have not been seeing a lot of info about it coming up. Okay. I gotcha, as Wicket would say. I gotcha. All right, let me plug this thing in over here real quick and get all this set. Boom, boom, and boom. And then this is gonna plug in right over here, I believe. Boom, and right up here. Boom and boom. Okie dokie. Ah, cool. Okay, so we've got one piece here that's going to rotate that. This, I believe, is going to fit into here. We've got this that's going to fit into something, and this that is moving this little station portion right there. So, there's quite a bit to it. I'm going to do that. So I have a feeling what I'm going to end up doing is after bag 2, because there's quite a bit, I'm going to look at bag 3, but I think we might be cutting out after that. But let's see. Let's keep going, because we still haven't finished bag 2. Because we now need to do this section right here. Okay. So this is done. I wonder if that actually is supposed to plug down onto this, possibly. Something like that. I wonder if that does like that. Yeah, I have a feeling that's what that is. Okay. So we'll put that up there. And now we're building some more sections. Let's see. Hey, Steve, how are you? Alright, so we have this piece here. 1. We get the right one. No, we need the opposite direction. 2. We got one of these little flappy pieces. 3. And then I think it's actually one of the other Technic bars. I'm looking real quick. I've got one that's got the little notches in it. So apparently there's a lot of different of these Technic pieces. Some that have notches, some that do not. I'm kind of looking for them, but I don't know how much of them we would have that would have those notches in it. Because they all look like just kind of standard pieces to me. So I think that's what we're supposed to have. And then 2 pins. 1 and 2. Like I said, I'm looking one more time just to check. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I think I hurt my teeth on that last thing that I bit. I probably shouldn't have bit it. Hi, Rita. How are you? Hey, Bye. What's up? Is that Bye or Bait? Here, sound off in the comments. Let me know, because I have a feeling I'm mispronouncing that. And I know that if I'm doing it, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel bad because if I'm doing it and I don't mean to, and I should know better, but I'm doing it anyways. And now the situation's not getting better because now I'm focused on it. Like hyper focused. I am so sorry. Hopefully you hadn't run away. Like, yeah, I'm not sticking around for this guy. No. Hopefully that's not the case. Hey, it's Jessica again. Alright, so we're going to pop this one onto here. And that's going to sit right in there. Man, this looks good. I wonder if this flaps around. Man, this is going to be cool. Absolutely cool. Alright. Another big gold wheel. And again, they're nice and gold. Big old wheel. This one's going to be going right onto here. Okay. I'll press that in all the way. I want to make sure that that clears that. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. And then now we have one giant wheel. What did it drop? Oh, I dropped a pen. One giant wheel here. Alright, making sure I didn't miss anything. So if I miss something, everybody, and you're wondering why in the world I didn't respond, just message me back, because I have a feeling I have missed a lot of things today. That's not uncommon for me. There's number 8. Okay. Alright. Check it over here. Got everything. It seems kind of quiet. Hey, Beckman, what's up? It's like when it gets really quiet, it's like I get uncomfortable. Like, no, too much silence. Too much silence, and I don't know how to be. Alright, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these Technic pins to studs. 2, 3, and 4. And one of these. I will say, so far with this set, and dealing with the Technic aspect of it, and the gear movement, this might, honestly, I need to get more of these particular sets. I really like the Technic aspect of it. I like brick building, and I enjoy that quite a bit. Just like like when I was working on the proton pack and building and doing it. But sometimes the more technical things are, the more I enjoy it. And this is wildly enjoyable. Like the gears, figuring out how things go the correct way. Like, I dig this. I dig this in a really cool and absolutely nerdy way. And I'm hoping that's okay with everyone, because honestly, this is where I'm going to be. Nice. I have a feeling that's going to fit somewhere up in here. Now we need a T-bar. 1, 2 of these bright silver noodles. Check those out. Macaronis. We need 1, 2 of these pins, regular pins. And then 1, 2 of the slot to bar. There we go, just like that. Okay. This is going to go right into here. Pin right onto the back. Okay. And then, how's this supposed to work? Oh, I see. 1 and 2. Let's see. What's up, Young? How are you? So that's going to fit 1 back here. 1 on the other side. And go just like that. And yeah, I'm going to be building this up like this. So we're kind of creating a new gearbox for this, which I'm digging. Okay, so we've got our big gigantic copper wheel, so very steampunk-esque, which we love our giant copper wheels and steampunk stuff. And then we've got a 1x2 rounded brick. This, of course, got the slotted hole in it. We've got one of these holders here. We've got a Technic, I call them Technic beaks, but they're like little flags pieces there, and then a 2x2 rounded tile with hole in it. So we're going to pop that onto here. And this is going to pop right onto the back here. And then it looks like this is going to slide onto here. Boom. And then this is going up on top. And then this is going to be going right onto here. So that's cool. So as this turns, that'll turn too. So we got kind of a compass looking dial thing, which I like. Okay. Now we're going to fit it into this. So we should be right in here. And that should fit right into here. So this is going right on the back. Okay. Now nothing is snapping into place though, so that's something I had to keep in mind. Let's push this bar down all the way. Boom. That should be lined up there. And this will line up right in here. Okay. Stay. We'll see how that works. Building a steampunk inspired. Oh, okay, yeah. It's asking. It's like, what are you making? Yeah, that's what I'm making. Okay, so we got a revolver brick. 1, 2 of these silver gears. 1, 2 of these copper gears. 1 of these gears in black. 1 of these sort of rounded pieces, and then a number 7. Number 7. Okay. Again, I'm loving these Technic pieces. I've got to get some more of these. Hey, Fan of Brick, how are you? I've got to get more of some of the Technic build stuff, because I'm enjoying this like crazy. Yeah, that goes there. This one's going to go right here on the end. And I believe we're going to push this bar through where it's about halfway. Kind of like that. There we go. So we've got a whole gear system there with lots of small gears, larger gears in there. So I'm sure we have a step that's going to be moving multiple things at one time. Okay, now, if this is going here, and this is going here, now we've got to build some framework that's going to hold all of it together, I believe. Okay. So, I'm going to move that here, and then we need 1, 2, 1. 1 of these stems with cross in it. 1 of these, is that it's almost like is it plate? Oh, it's a plate that has Technic pins underneath. So 2 of those. 1 and 2. 4 of our double long pens. 3 and 4. 1 of our L crossbar pins. I know it's in here. And then 1 of these small ones. Okay. That's quite a bit here. Hey Jasmine, how are you? Jasmine reads. What are you reading lately? If you're there, kind of wondering. I have thought about going back and trying to reread The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Then I'd like to start the Silmarillion after that. But for me, I don't know why reading is kind of, it's not that it's hard for me, it's just that it's not as engaging as it used to be. I guess I'm gotten in that habit of being so stuck on whatever is going on for telephones and fun stuff. Alright, that's going there, and this is going right through here. How are we doing this? trying to look at there's a specific way. 1 and 2. I think it goes back this way. Okay. So, one thing I will say is it doesn't always seem to be that big of a deal if pins are going one direction or another, but sometimes it is. So you definitely want to make sure that you got them going the right way. Okay, so this goes to here. This is supposed to fit into here. Boom, like that. And then this is supposed to fit right on the end. That's a lot of things that are just being kind of held up right now without anything really stepping in to correct it. So I'm guessing we're going to be building some sort of box for this. I'm hoping is the case. Alright. So let's keep going, right? Hey, fan. Alright, so there is no fixed connection point, please note. Okay. That's just going to be fitting up on top, so that should go up here. And this is supposed to go here. Okay. So we still have not fitted anything. Instead, everything's just kind of sitting up there. So we'll just kind of set those parts there. And then let's see if this actually has a fitting for us. So we've got our one copper gear. We've got a crossbar to pin. And then one of these L pieces. So it's going to go this way. This is going to go into here with our gear on the end. And I think this is going to start holding it into place. Okay. So let's see if I can muster up enough hand strength to get all this set the way it's supposed to go. Alright, so that's supposed to fit 1, 2, and then 3, and 4. Come on. All right. Let's see. Wow. Wow. That looks cool. Okay. So here, I'm going to kind of show you right here. So this has got multiple pieces. We've got these turning here, and then you've got this kind of bar piece bouncing back and forth that's going to have wings on it. And of course, turning piece here. So there's a ton of gears in this. Very steampunk-esque. I'm digging quite a bit of this build. Like, I'm loving a lot of this. This is gold for me. Absolute gold. And now we're going on to the other side. So kind of doing the same thing, but now we're fitting it to the other side just to solidify it, keep it from roaming around. So we're going to pop that onto here, pop this onto here, and then we're going to fit this up into here. So 1, pop all that in, 2, 3, there we go. And we got these 2 random ones here, so I'm wondering if that's going to fit into something there or not. Hey, Bricken, what's happening? And then, of course, we got this here. And I'm guessing that's meant to be loose. I feel like that should have locked in somehow. But there was no other connection point. So I'm just going to kind of leave it as is. Yeah, I'm going to leave it as is right now. Okay. So now that we've got all of this set, and then we've got this gear system here all made, and this part still has not been solidified yet, but I have a feeling we're about to do that right here. So here we go. We need our 1x11. So 5, 6, there's an 11. Is that right? Yeah, 11, and then 2 of our long pins, double longs. And we're going to fit this up. 1 and 2. And then a 1 by 9. So 5, 4, that's 9. One of these, and then 1 pin here. So we've got, this goes into there. This is going to go right into the top of this. And that's going to fit 2 beams in, kind of like that. Okay. So we're kind of building more frame up at this point. Just got frame in. Another gear, a number 4. Where's a number 4? Number 4. Our small gear, and then a little bit larger 2x2 gear. Okay, so we should be going gear, and then a little bit smaller gear up on top. And that's going to be going right through where. So we're going to this top one here, and then we're putting this gear right on top there. Absolutely. I'm loving the gear portion of this. Just the absolute like work of putting these pieces one into the other to build them into a situation is just, this is gold for me. And 2 double longs, 1 and 2. Okay, so now we've got this bar here. We're going to be going 1. Throw that one back. We need a double long in here. And 2. So I'm trying to see, my friend was telling me I need to go watch the Mandalorian movie. And I'd like to go watch it. I like Star Wars quite a bit, and I enjoyed the series. He said I would love it. But I'm definitely thinking that might be kind of a cool thing to do today if I can. So it's going to go this way, and then we're going to be fitting it into here. So we're going to turn this upside down. And oh my goodness, let's see, how are we doing this? I think it's supposed to be fitting in kind of like this. So we got 1, 2, 3. Pop those on there. If I can fit them in. There we go. Oh, nice. So now we've got the side gear picking up from the other. This is fitting on that bottom. This is going to be for that side right there. Oh, this is satisfying. This is so satisfying. Okay. So far everything seems to be working grand. 78. Going over to 79. It looks like we're building the next back portion of this. So 1, 2, 1 of these, 1, 2 Technic pins, and then 1 of these little number 3s, if I can find them. There we go. Alright, so this time we're working the opposite direction of what we had. So we've got this with 1, 2 pins. This bar is going right in here. This is going to be going up on top. I call it the toilet paper roll piece because if you get it white, you can hang it up next to something that looks like toilet paper. And that's going to fit right onto there. And then if we go over to this side, right over here, this should snap into place over here. So we're going to pop that on right there. Yeah, that one's good. One feels a little bit tighter than the other. I'm going to switch this out and see if I can find if this is just a little bit of a tighter fit. There we go. So much better. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Now we need another gold wheel. So just that one gold wheel. And this is still upside down and turned this way. And then this should be going up here on top. Slide that into place there. Alright. And now it's all working together. So we've got these gears, this central, this, and then this all moving at one time, if you can kind of see it like that. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. Okay. So that part's done. Now we're working, I think this is all framework to push it all together. So we will need 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, one of these. That might have been one a bit. And then one of these. Okay. And I still need this. 2 of these. 1 and 2. Okay. Let's take a look and see what we got. So this is supposed to go here. It's going here. Another one of these. This is supposed to fit. Oh, wait. Okay. Here. And then here. Right. So kind of like that. And this is supposed to go right into here. 1. So now I do need to go back and replace that because I got the wrong one. This one is going out. Over. And then another one down. Just like that. Boom. Alright. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do this real quick. Boom. Okay. And now we need 2 number 6s. So 1 and 2. These number 6s. 1 and 2 of these 1x5 half stacks. And then 2 of these little pinch points. Okay. So this should go out and then out. Okay. Nope. Got them backwards. That's why. There you go. I had it backwards. I was like, something's not making sense, but it was in the wrong orientation. Now we will have so 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and place this one in. So we're stacking basically a spacer and then a bar through with another spacer plate in there. If I could pop that in there correctly. Pull it back. Okay, and then I want to press that in. There we go. So 1. And then we'll go ahead and put this in as well. So there's 1 here. And then we've got 1 on the opposite side. I've done this now twice where I've put this thing in the wrong place. So let's fix that, Tay. You're doing it wrong. All right, here we go. Now, that goes here. This pops out. That should go back that direction. Am I correct? No, darn it. It goes this direction. Must be hitting my crazy point. Okay. There we go. So it's going to go like this. Alrighty. Finally got it. Okay, so we're going to push this bar through. And then let's slide that little sleeve in there. One right here. Boom. Okay. So we've got this little weird mechanism built up. This thing has been... This might be part of those directions that has become the bane of my existence. But it is done. It is settled. So we need 2 number 5s. 1 and 2 number 5s. And then 2 of these pin and holders. We go 1 and 2. And then they're going to go here and here. Okay. So I'm guessing some of this is going to be like flag holders, holders for cells, things like that are going to allow movement. We shall see. Okay, so keeping that this way, now we need 1. 1, let's put that one back. 2. 1 of these, 2 of these bars. And then we need these 2 right here. Okay. So that should go 1 into here, 1 into here, 1 into here, and then 1 up top. And that's going to fit across these like that. Okay. And now we're start getting some of our metallic parts. So 1, 2, and then 1 and 2, and then 4 of these Technic pins to bars. So 1, 2, 3, place these right here. I don't want to lose one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or that's just... there's 4. Okay. Alright, let's take a look. So, this is supposed to go this way. And we'd have 1 and 2. Kind of going this way. This one should be going right underneath. And we're going to do the same thing, but we're going the opposite direction this time. So 1 and 2. And then this should go outward that way. Okay. And these are going to be fitting down into this. So that should go down like this. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, we're going to be making essentially a looks like a sliding piece. It's going to allow this to move up and down. Okay. Okay, and that's going to go here. I'm going to put that on the end there. Alright, and then we've got this kind of mechanism that's allowing these things to go up and down to create movement there. Okay. And now we need 2 1x7s. 1 and 2. Okay, so we're going to flip this back over. We're going to turn it so our tail's oriented one direction. Okay, and then we're going to be coming up through here. This I'm looking to see exactly how this is supposed to fit on. Okay, so it looks like, no, 1x7s. These right here. So this is supposed to fit right onto here. So we're going to snap that into place for this. Come on now. Mm-hmm. There we go. So there's one. This one here, two. Some of the pressure plating on this is a little rough. And then these are supposed to snap into here. Okay, so I see. So as this thing is supposed to fit into here, I believe. Correct, let's try it. Okay, so that's supposed to fit down into here. And then that's supposed to fit there. It's supposed to fit right there. Okay. Oh, beautiful. Look at this. Okay. I've got to geek out on this just a little bit. Let's see, where are we hanging up? Alright. So this is pushing this mechanism up and down. It's got this bar piece back here moving. Yeah, this is cool. This is very, very cool. Okay. So we'll push that there, and we still have stuff on the back that we're still working out. Okie dokie, man, there's still quite a bit to bag 2. Like I said, I think after bag 2, I might be calling it, because this is, I need to give my brain a little bit of a break here. By the time I'm done, like I'm loving this, and it's like I'm gonna want to come back in like an hour, but this is pretty cool stuff. Okay, so we are going to be going one into here, one into here, doing the same thing again. So we need 2 of them, 1 and 1, and keeping this flipped upside down, right? Yeah. This is going to go one right here, and the other is also going to be on the other side, popped out. 1 and 2. Okay. And then now we're going with these other bars over here. So these are the 1x7s, but they're the crossbar 7s. We need 1, 2 of the Technic holes, 2 Technic pins. So we just need 1. Okay. So with this, we're going to go 1 right here, 1 and 2. Okay. And this is supposed to fit. Let's turn this. Oh, we're back around. So we're back around. Tail's going off on the end. This is to go. Oh, I see. We're going to start the rowing arm to this. So let's pull this out right there. Boom. And this is going to line up with this right here. So let's pin that into place. 1 and 2. There we go. And then we're using number 4s. So let's find our number 4s. 1, 2 number 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 1x2s, and then 1, 2 of these. Let's see, how do they have us doing this? So we're going to be fitting 2 of these together and putting one of our number, is it number 2 bars? No, they're number 3 bars in there, I think. Oh, no, they're 2s. And we're going to do the same thing again. 1 and 2. Okay. Fit that like that. And these are going to go right through here. So let's plug them in. Here, let's line it up. This is a little bit harder than I was expecting, but how far are they supposed to sit out? Okay, I think that's as far as it'll fit in. And then the other one is going, it looks like, the opposite direction, so out that way. Okay, so one through here. This is like true mechanics here. Hey Dodge, what's up? So we're gonna press that in right through here. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Now I have to take this one and turn it out that way. I feel like I've done something wrong here. Doesn't feel like it's lining up quite the way I was expecting. There we go. Is that it? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that is working the right way. Just want to press it in and make sure it's working. Okay, so it's almost like a rowing feature on each one. So let's see. I got a Kit Kat and an orange. Nice. I like that. The orange is probably good for us. Like, it's like I want the Kit Kat, but the orange is that's good for me. So how where'd you end up going? One of these, and let's see. This is gonna go out back this way. One, and then one over here. This is going to go right on this end. All right. Ah! What broke off here? Let me set that back in. We still haven't reinforced this portion, which is kind of driving me crazy because I want that reinforced. Okay. And now we're doing the same thing, but on the other side. All right. And then 1 and 2. It says something about inviting Z-Girl. Who is Z-Girl? To see who that is. All right. Now we're going to this side, and we're going to be doing the same thing, but now we're attached to this side. This portion of this part of the build has been kind of tough, and I'm not going to lie. Like, it's lining some of this up has not been easy. It's cool though, like with the actual outcome of everything. Like once it's all done, you're like, dude, this is solid, man. This is a really cool build. It's a really cool idea. But it is not the easiest thing. 1 and 2. 2 more and 1 more bar. Okay. I'm going to fit that back onto here. Got 1 more. And then we'll do 1 more over here. a lot of this makes me feel like I'm dealing with some old technical stuff, which again, it's Technic, it makes sense. Alright, this time, yeah, bar's going to the outside. So let's do this. Let's pull these pieces out over here, line them up. I'm just going to kind of pin that one into place there. And then I will go and be putting this into the next one. So here we go. Right. So we're lining this up. I'm going to turn this a little bit to fit this out. I think after this I'm going to totally be like, hey, I'm going to show my wife, like, check this out. I don't get it. But I love the again, the Technic aspect of this. It makes me want to get some more Technic kits. I had there were some bicycle kits I got that I thought was going to be like Technic kits, but they ended up being, yeah, they're a little lackluster. Yeah, it was so good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I like Kit Kat. That's one of my wife's favorites. She loves Kit Kats. I like a lot of my peanut butter stuff. So like things like Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh no. There we go. I was about to say that's not going to be good. Reese's peanut butter cups. I like peanuts, so like even Snickers. Paydays. I like Paydays with vanilla Kit Kats. Ooh. I have had the vanilla Kit Kats. I also had the churro Kit Kats. That was really good. I liked that one quite a bit. So it's got that really subtle cinnamon and almost like fried sort of taste to it. That one was really good. All right. Test it. Looks like everything is still working the way it's supposed to. Nice. Okay. And then we'll do the next ones. Let's see. We got 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. Oh, wait. I still haven't done these right here. Okay, so this with it set up, and we're going to be going 1 on the back, 1 up here, like that. There we go. Yeah, everything is precise here. Beautifully, beautifully, beautifully precise. Yeah, I had a mini Kit Kat a few days ago and loved it. The mint one. Ooh, that actually sounds good. Now I have not tried that one. I'd like to. I mean, I'll probably go out at some point today. That might be a good one for me to try. Of course, I also hear the part of people saying, "Stop! No, you're not supposed to have that. Don't do it." And it's like, man, I could still try them, right? I still want candy, though I really should not have it. All right. And these are going up here. All right, so we've got, there's quite a bit to this particular build here. All right, so that's going here. I'm gonna pop these on real quick, and then I might be, yeah, I think I need to drop for the day. I've been at this for almost 3 hours. So let's see. That one pops in here. Might play some Fortnite later. It was a king size. Little jealous, man. I mean, I go get a king size too. I don't need it. And there's family members that be telling me, no, stop. Alright. Ah! Again, no. Alright, here we go. So this thing is a working machine. Let's see if I can maybe pull it from this arm over here. Or this one. There's quite a bit to this. Ugh. Oh, I see. It's like everywhere I put my hands, everything is kind of busting all up. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot to this. And it'll turn, I think once this gets solidified and this is held into place, not that big of a deal. But yeah, there's quite a bit to this. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go over here to this. We've got this thing, we've got this. I wonder if I can put this onto here or something. I'm trying to figure out where this would sit. So yeah, we're gonna put it right here. Let's see. What? Yeah, this is pretty cool. Alright, so I'm gonna set this up here. We're gonna leave it at that for right now. I'm gonna grab Rascal, come over here, and I'm gonna look at our box. So the next time we meet, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bags of 3. We've got a whole thing of cells, and then it looks like 6 bags of 4. So we still got quite a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and close this down, and we'll be coming back to it. Hey Ann, how are you? Now I'm making pizza. I think we've got some leftover pizza in the fridge. And I'm actually thinking I might go nab that. All right, so here, before I go, let's take a look at this. I'm gonna move this so they can see that a little bit better right there. All right, so here we go. So this thing, it's got gears galore. It's got flapping wings up here. It has rowing wings back here, and several sets of them too. So this is gonna be cool. Very, 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 very cool. I can't wait till that is like stuck into place and that's doing what it's supposed to do, like that. And of course the turning piece on the top. Yeah, this is nice. I dig it. I dig it. All right, listen, that's kind of all I got for right now. I'm hitting a point where I need to take a brain break. I've been at it for about 3 hours. Any last questions before I go? You want to talk about some food a little bit more before I go, Kobe? Make it right at the 3-hour mark. So I've got about 7 minutes. And how are you doing? Hopefully, if you're still on and you can hear me, hit me up in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Got any good builds or anything going on today? Kobe, so besides for eating pizza and enjoying your mint Kit Kat, you're going to spend some time with family? That's good. That's good. I actually... Oh, speaking of which, hit me up. Let me know if you want to do Fortnite at some point. Like, let me add you to my roster. I might... Depending... There's a part of me that wants to go to a movie. But I also like my kid, I think is out. Okay. My kid is actually out, so I think he said he wanted to go to the movie with me, so I don't know if I'll go to that. But maybe I'll get on and play some Lego Odyssey Fortnite, try to unlock some more of the Tatooine stuff from Din Djarin before that thing's all up, because I know that there's like a live event coming up, and hopefully I haven't missed on opening everything up on the battle pass. I don't know when the new season's hitting, and I have not been keeping up, so maybe I'll do like some XP farming or something, kind of get caught up there. Hey Lego Dad, what's happening? I'm kind of finishing up for the next couple of minutes, just going through what I got, this has been a cool build. I am absolutely loving this thing, and it's got such a cool steampunk vibe to it. It's got flapping wings and all sorts of flapping sail pieces, say like almost like oar like sailing stuff. Engines galore. I think we're gonna be building like the rest of the ship and the body out. I don't know how much we have left for like gears and such. I think this is predominantly most of the gear stuff, and everything else is just kind of decor. There's some gears, but I think they're just for show. Pay attention, maintain balance, and push firmly. Yeah, I think everything is just finishing up the whole of the ship, adding in details, little things that make it look nice. This is such a cool vibe. There was a comic back in the day that I used to read. It was by CrossGen was the publishing company, and it was called Meridian. And this kind of reminds me. This has got some Meridian vibes to it. I really enjoyed that comic book back in the day. Like, it was just one of those. I think maybe I have 2 or 3 volumes of it, and then I got Sigil. And then Sigil maybe in a motivator, I think. So there was like lots of, and they all kind of crossed one into the other. So there were all sorts of stories, and like some of them kind of cross generation, and some of them were in the past, some were in the future. Some of them had to do with like Atlantis. So there was like all sorts of like just kind of crazy stories, and I picked up a bunch of them. I got into it after the publishing had pretty much stopped and the company stopped, which made me sad because it's like I really wanted to go back and get some of those comics, and it's just at this point it's like it's kind of come and gone, and then it was like that's it. I was looking, there was something popping up about what is this TikTok universe to chicken. I don't think I understand what that is. So, but yeah, this reminds me of one of the Meridian crafts. And now it's like, I was going to go and reread The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and now it's like, well, now should I just pull some of my cross-gen comics off the shelf and read those? Now it's like I kind of want to read one of those. Has also a bit of that steampunk sort of vibe to, what was it, the movie that had the moving buildings that were eating up the other buildings and like doing that. Had Hugo Weaving in it. Apparently did not do very well, and I'm trying to remember, I think that might have been like a Peter Jackson flick, but it's one of those now I'm kind of wanting to watch that too, because they also had the flying ships in there. This has just kind of that vibe about it. Like I really dig the look of this thing. So based on this from our booklet, we've got that 3 is what we'll be working on next, and then 4 is just finishing up all the details, adding in like engines, all the cells, the arms to hold everything up. I think that'd be kind of wild looking. And then of course you've got it where you can put it on the frame. And I know that some of them actually have a motor you can attach to it, so you can make it motorized. This one did not have it. It just has the cranking arm. But I still think it's actually still pretty awesome for having the arm. I think the motor like fits in like right here. So if you're gonna do the motor, you like snap it into there, and then you can and make it spin and turn and move. Yeah, kind of a very cool vibe. I love this thing. Yeah, that's nice. Hopefully, once it's all done, that's going to hold up a little bit better and not feel so loose in these areas. I feel like there's something that should hold that together right there, just to make that a little bit easier on the bottom. But yeah. Hey, Prime Time, what's happening? I'm about to get off. Limit breaks? No, actually. I'm working on here. Let me come on, rascal. I'm working on another set. It's called Myth Oholve, and it is a giant motorized steampunk sailing ship. Yeah. Here, before I go. So this is kind of what we got today. So I'm having to take a break. I think I've just run out of steam. But hold on, because I love gear stuff. Okay, check this out. Let me turn the light up just a little bit more so I can see if that helps it. Okay, here we go. So it's got sailing arms on the back. It's got arms on the front that move up and down. Yeah. And it's got a spot over here that if you were to plug in a motor, you could have it all run on that same motorized thing at one time. Yeah, this has been, and it's all like, the gears are all like silver. There's a few black ones, but it's all like silver and gold and copper. And it is solid build. So, I was going to say, we'll come back to it. I think this coming Saturday I'm not going to be on. Yeah, it so far is a gorgeous set, and it's got all these kind of like plastic, almost transparent sails that look like fish fins on it, which will be really cool. And then I'm going to change some plates down the road, but I'm going to put these two steampunk characters on there so I can have it as one display, and I'll have the Monster Hunter and then the Steampunk Adventure on there, which are both kind of tiebacks to Monster Hunter as it is. So, but yeah, I have a feeling I'll probably set up a time, and I'll post about it. But I have a feeling I'm going to set up a time, since I think I'm going to be out next Saturday. I'm going to try to get us in sometime during the week to finish that up. I'll be on today. We should do a live one day. Ooh, yeah. What are you going to build today? And what time? Let's see. Working on Arkham Asylum. Yeah. You're on bag 15? Okay. Yeah, so who was it? I can't remember who it was where they were with Drew, and they were working on Arkham, and I think they were on like bag 12, so, or this weekend, whenever. Okay. Yeah. Here, just DM me, let me know. I'd love to set up a time. I still have my Mold King, the big Indy car. I still got to finish that up too, and then I'll probably want to finish this. But I'm definitely gonna have to take a break. I'm hitting on my 3-hour mark, so I think I'm going over. I think I scheduled for 3. Yeah, I got it in my backlog. Nice. I will take care, everybody. Prime time. It was good seeing you, and sign off on that one. Check in. Sleepy over here. I hope you're doing okay. Hey, listen. Later. Hey, I thank you all for showing up. That means a lot to me. I'm gonna do my closeout. Means a lot to me. It really does. So, I thank you all for showing up. Comments, gifts, that sort of thing. That stuff really helps out the channel. Thanks for sharing, and thank you for showing up. Hey, I love you all. Jesus loves you more. There's nothing you can do about it. Good luck with the build, and happy brick hunting.